Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Chris and this is ANC Candles and Car Air Fresheners. If you've joined me for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel, and if you haven't liked my videos before, please go ahead and do so. And I want to appreciate the returning subscribers for always supporting this channel. Thank you guys for joining me. Without further ado, I just want to show you guys what I'm doing with this cardstocks, because these are the ones that were ordered for the holiday season slash the I would say regular season because the store didn't just order the ones for Christmas and the holiday season, they also order the standard ones. That's what I call them, the ones that are like, you know, all year round car fresheners. So they ordered those. And I also told you guys they ordered some candles, which I am still making. I've actually made 40 candles. I'll say 47 candles. I only have 3 more to go. And the reason I only have 3 more to go is because I ran out of my wax blend. So like I told you guys, I blend my own wax. So one part of my wax is was done with, so I had to order another one. See, that brings me to this point, okay, before I get into the cardstocks. This brings me to this: when you're making your products, I don't care what you're making, whether it's car fresheners, candles, or soap, okay, or any other thing you're making, you don't want to go like shortcuts. All right, you don't want to do that. Like, for example, I only have 3 candles to make. Okay, you guys can probably see them right here. Let me just put the camera. You guys can see them right here. These are the molds. Only have 3 to make. The problem is I ran out of my other blends. Okay. All right. So I ran out of my other wax that I used to blend. So I had to make an order. I had to place the order. And these candles, car freshener, and the wax melt are due on Monday. If you're watching this, today is Thursday. So I have like 3 days to get all these things ready and packaged, labeled, and ready to be delivered. So this is actually time crunch for me. And I've not even started the car air fresheners yet. So I want to show you guys how I go about doing my car air fresheners. A lot of you have seen my videos already. For those of you who are just watching for the first time, you know, it's not a bad idea to show you guys how I make my own car air fresheners. There are a lot of ways to make car air fresheners. My way is not the only way. My way is not the superior way whatsoever. My way is just one of the ways you can make your car air fresheners. You can drop them in a bowl full of fragrance oil and take them out, or you can use a paintbrush and brush on them, and you can, which I've done before and I still do if they are just ordering one, you can just like quickly use a paintbrush with a fragrance oil mixed with my carrier oil, and I just brush on them, let it dry, put them in the bag, sealed and packaged and shipped. So I've done that. But if I'm making bulk orders like this, I prefer to just put them in a bowl, and I just pour the fragrance oil and the DPG in them and just let them sit for some time before I start packaging them. Okay, so there are so many ways to do it. Some people just spray. Okay, you can have like a fragrance spray bottle, and you can just spray on your cardstocks. You can do that as well. It's all up to you. Okay. So one of the ways I'm doing mine is what I'm going to show you guys, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask that in the comment section, or you can shoot me an email to ask me your questions, or you can use the phone number there to reach out to me, and also you can join the Facebook group and then reach out to me through the Facebook Messenger. All right guys, so what I'm going to be doing first is I'm going to be prepping them or priming them with my or in my base solution. The base solution is not a mandatory thing you need to have. It is not compulsory that you need to have. I created this myself just because I wanted to include an odor eliminator within my cardstocks. It is, again, is not compulsory to use. I never wanted to share this out until some of my buyers and some of my followers started saying, hey, you should sell this out, we're going to buy them, and I started selling them. Again, it's not mandatory for anybody to use it. If you're just using your carrier oil, like your jojoba oil or your DPG or whatever carrier oil you use, it's fine. You can still do that. You do not have to do what I'm about to show you. All right, guys, let's get into it. First thing first, I'm going to focus the video, the camera down here, so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to clear some things out here. This is the table I use for my candle making. So if you see some of my candle fragrances here, it's okay. If you see some of the mess here with my candle making stuff, please pardon me. All right, let's jump into it. All right, guys, I've already mixed my solution, the recipe that I have. I already mixed it in this bowl. So I'm just going to stir it by using this mixer. Okay, I use the mixer because it's easier to stir very well. If I use just the stick to stir it, it's not going to be mixed the way I want it. Okay, make sure this is in there. So I stir for approximately 2 to 3 minutes, and then it becomes this cloudy color. Don't know if you guys can see it. Let me make sure you guys can see it. So it turns to this cloudy color, guys, right there. All right, so that's the consistency I want it to be. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do, I can just take, so that I don't waste my other bowl or my other pan. I don't want to wash that, so I can just dump all of this in here directly, just like that. You see that? Can just do that. I'll just let it sit for some time, not too long. Okay. Okay, while they sit and marinate in this pool of base solution, I just want to talk to you guys about this. The reason I use the base solution is because, again, I've told you guys, it adds some element of odor elimination, okay, in the cardstock. So it's not just fragrancing the car or fragrancing the space, but it's also act as a way to absorb odor as well. Okay, some of the ingredients that were mixed in this, they've been known to actually help in absorbing odor, okay, in the car. You know, dog smell or wet rag or something in the car. So that's why I use them. Again, it's not mandatory. Another reason I use them is because the first time I actually used them, I was like, nope, not using it again, because it gives this darker color. If you see the side, see the edges, it kind of gives this purplish dark color. So at first I didn't like it, and apparently, you know, it's obviously the kind of the reaction with this recipe with the with the fragrance oil, right? So which is normal to that. So when I saw that, I wasn't too happy with it, but my customers seem to like it. They were like, it gives them that feel of luxury, because it just looks different, right? like it's not something you will see in the marketplace or in the stores where people will buy it. It just makes it stand out. That is not too dark. It's not too bright. It's just like in the right perfect um, color that attracts them. It looks at the edge, looks kind of shiny, right there at the edge. Looks kind of shiny and looks like a wooden feel. Okay, it feels like it's wood at the edge. So that's one of the reasons I started using it, and I just kept it. Again, it's not about me, it's about my customers. So that's what you guys also should be thinking about when you make your car fresheners. It's not about what you like, it's about what your customers like. All right, again, one of the fragrance oils that I use, which is my best seller actually, is mahogany, right? And personally, I don't like that smell. I don't put it in my car whatsoever, but my customers like it. So what do I do as a business owner, right? I have to provide what the customers like, not what I like. Okay, so that's one of the reasons I still use the base solution. So if you don't like color like this, or you don't think your customers will like it, you don't have to use the base solution. You don't have to use it. You can just stick with the carrier oil and the fragrance oil. And if you stick with that, it's going to give you this. So it's going to give you the standard. You can see the difference, right? One is darker and this one is just kind of normal, right? With just standard fragrance oil and DPG. Okay, this one is with the base solution, which also contains some parts of the DPG, but also it gives you this reaction. Okay, so it's just the difference, and this one doesn't have the odor eliminator. Okay, but this one has that. So those are the differences about them. All right, so let's see how this is going. All right, so this is soaking well. Let me just manipulate this in my hands. Okay, all right. Okay, and this is the DPG that I use. It's from Plant Guru. They are not sponsoring this whatsoever. I actually like using theirs because they also have a fragrance oil there, which I haven't tried. Maybe I should try their fragrance oil some of these days, or one of these days. All right, so I think this is good enough for this batch. So I'm going to now wipe them up a little bit and then transfer them to a drying area, and I'll put the rest in. Okay. All right, here we go. So I'm just going to wipe the excess from this. Okay. Yeah, talking about the man, I'm really backed up with this product. And once you tell your retail store or your customers that this is the date you're going to be bringing their product or delivering their product or dropping their product, make sure it's that day you do it. Okay, and if for some reason you couldn't do that, you can send them an email, give them a phone call, and let them know the reasons why you won't be able to deliver the product the day you promised or you put down that you're going to deliver. Okay, don't just leave them hanging, because then they will not see you as reliable. Okay, like as for me, although I didn't tell them that it's going to be on the 18th of November, but I wanted to deliver it on the 18th of November. So me not telling them that gives me like a wiggle room, right? But usually I deliver my products within 2 weeks, right? 2 to 3 weeks I deliver my product depending on the amount they order. Okay, so this is kind of cutting it close, but I'm not going to be able, I don't think I'll be able to deliver it on the 18th, which is on Monday, because my wax, my blended wax, is not here yet. Okay, when I tracked it, it looks like it's going to be here on Saturday. And I don't want to rush it. And also, I don't want to, like I said before, I don't want to take shortcuts because I could just use my other wax and make complete the three wax candles that are remaining. But then I don't like any situation whereby it's not just the same, like the formulas and the standard is not the same. And I don't want to jeopardize my standard of product because of I want to take shortcut. Okay, shortcuts, like we say when I was young growing up, um, shortcuts will cut you short, right? Some of the shortcuts you want to take, especially in business, sometimes they are not good. They will turn around and bite you, right? So you want to make sure your standard is your standard. Whatever you're doing with your business, you want to make sure it is the standard you create and you set. That's the standard you want to maintain. And if for some reason you realize that the standard you have it's falling short, then you want to improve on it. You don't want to go down on your standard as a crafter or as a business person. Instead, you want to improve on the standard you've already set. So you want to keep going higher instead of downward, right? You want to go higher in your standards. So anybody that sees your product, they know this is the standard they are getting every single time. It is not they're getting one thing here and then they're getting something else the next time. When I talk about standard, I'm talking about the quality of your product, right? If it's has to do with your fragrance oil, you want to make sure the fragrance oil is the same around, like is the same standard fragrance oil. Meaning, if your fragrance oil is gotten from a particular supplier and your customers like that particular fragrance, let's say example strawberries, right? And that particular strawberry, that's what they like. But then because you want to cut some cost, and then you decide to go get strawberry from another manufacturer, but the scent or the smell is off, right? I'm not talking about close, but it's totally off, but it still says strawberry on it. You're gonna make that kind of fresheners or candles or soap. Your customers will notice. They will notice that something is off. They will notice that this is not the way it used to smell. Okay, and it happens sometimes whereby the ones you work with for a long time, they decide to discontinue that product or they decide to close their store. So now you have to go and look for a replacement. It has happened to me before. You have to look for a replacement and you have to really let your customers know that, hey, this has happened. All right, but I'm going to try my best to give you guys that to meet up to my standard and to meet up to your expectation. Okay, so that's what you can do to balance that. But also, you want to continue improving. Okay, like me making Kai freshness, I don't see myself as I've arrived. No, I am still learning and I'm still doing research on more ways to improve my product because hey, I am not the big guys up there, right? You know what I'm talking about. I'm not those big guys that are popular. And sometimes I go and I investigate their product. I buy their product just for me to tear it apart and to see what is making theirs sell more and why theirs is so, it's up there. And I know it's the name that they have and they've been doing this for decades, right? But still, I want to know more about their product. Okay, I want to see ways for me to improve on my product. So I do research and I ask questions to my manufacturers and how do they do this because some of this car fresheners that you see around, some of them are actually made by my manufacturers. Just telling you guys, right? They actually made, and they've shown me some of these big products and big names. They've shown me the product they make for them, and they've actually asked me to make mine for me, to put the fragrance and to do everything. They've asked me to do that, and I've told them that I don't feel comfortable because um, I don't want my fragrance or my car freshener to smell like chemical. I don't want it to smell and give people headaches. Okay, because people complain about that with some of these bigger ones, right? So I don't want that. I want to be able to control what is within inside my product so that people people know where they are getting their products from. All right. So that's why I told them no, because they really wanted to do it for me, do everything for me, the packaging, the fragrance, everything. Just, but I told them I want to do it myself. Okay. So that's why I'm still researching, I'm still doing all these things to make sure I get to a point whereby I can say, all right, this is something that people can be proud of. People can buy with pride and say, okay, I know the standard from this guy. I know the standard from ANC Candles, and that's where I want to buy our candles from. That's where I want to buy our Kaya fresheners from. All right. I told you guys of the woman who looked for nutmeg for um, to buy it, right? But they didn't have it in the store. So she decided to reach out to me directly, okay, because she said mine doesn't give her the headaches like the other ones do. All right. All right, so I'm just doing the next batch. This is another 10 of them, just getting them marinated in this pool of ANC based solution. Okay, so I'll let this one sit for now while I go and I put these ones in a dry place so they can just dry off, and I will see them tomorrow. All right, guys, so I'm finally done with everything. The entire 100 cardstocks have been primed with the base solution. I also went ahead to prime some of these limited edition ones because they are sold out right now on my Amazon store. So I decided to make some more because I ran out, and now I'm gonna just go and put them all to dry. So the rest of them are in here, as you guys can see, right? So I'm gonna go dry them up, and tomorrow I will start making the Kai fresheners officially for this store. All right, guys, that's all I have for you. If you have any question, please send me an email, or you can send me a message through the Facebook Messenger. And also, if you want to text me, you can with the phone number that I have there. All right, guys, please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and don't forget to share. Thank you guys for watching. Until I see you next time, my name is Chris, and you are watching ANC Candles and Kai Freshener. Thank you and God bless. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.